Good morning, everybody. I had a dilemma. I cannot figure out what kind of siding to put on these walls in here. My wife wants beadboard, and I want beadboard. I'm looking at this mounted horizontally, but this is cedar, and it's got a really strong smell in here. It smells like almost like a hamster cage or something. That's what it reminds me of. I mean, it's nice. I do like the smell of cedar, but man, I don't know if I want it every time I get in here. Whoa, Captain, what are you doing? So anyway, I am torn and trying to figure out exactly what to put on the walls. I don't want to go with a MDF beadboard because I'm afraid that it'll start warping on the walls. So I'd like to have something that's like a solid wood to put on there. I'm about to probably take this cedar back to Home Depot or Lowe's. I got it at Lowe's, and look for a better solution. I want a vertical beadboard in here, and I'm thinking maybe some pine and then paint it white. So I don't know. This is the toughest decision I've had to make so far. Everything else has been pretty easy. It's pretty much I know what I want and I can just go ahead and get started on it. But this is like really slowing me down. So anyway, hopefully by the end of today I'll have some kind of decision made on exactly where I'm heading with this. So what do you think, Captain? What do you think? You think you want to be petted? Is that what it is? Just want some petting? Can you go to Home Depot with me? Well, I did it against my better judgment. I went and bought some MDF beadboard. It's going to be hard to work with because I don't have much support in there. I'm going to have to put some extra stringers in there. And I got some of this sandy plywood from Home Depot. I was going to go with the pine beadboard and the T11 sheets, but it's just too rough and way too heavy for my use. This is really going to add quite a bit of weight to the camper, but it's got to go in to square off the bathroom and everything. Surprising how much weight. I don't know, a couple 100 pounds maybe, or at least about over 100 pounds, 150 pounds maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna start that project today and see how far I get and how many problems I run into. Alright, well that is what the shower is going to look like. Something like that. Nothing fancy. I guess I might add some white beadboard on the outside of this. Not sure yet. I mean, it's nice enough if I just put some trim on the edges. I could just use it as is. May do that. Try not to incur any more expenses than necessary. That's that. Now it's gonna, I guess, time to start cutting some beadboard. Get that up here. Should totally change the look of the place, hopefully. We'll see. And this is how I made my layout. Took the old cutout from the side of the RV, or side of the camper. That's not actually fitting like that, it's just slid down, so don't worry about that. Getting there. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm done for the day. Coffee's done. So yesterday, I was able to kind of insulate the back wall. The plan is I'm going to securely mount the paneling. It's going to be glued and nailed to the wall, so there's no reason to really remove it. There's not going to be any electrical behind it. I can't think of any reason other than if it had a leak to be able to, you know, see what's going on behind it, but hopefully that won't happen. I'll have it sealed up good enough, so, and there's still no reason to go behind the walls. And the rear wall, however, I think I'm going to screw that to the back panel, because I would like to be able to remove that, to change wiring around, and you know, whatever. Oh, yeah. The plan is I'm going to run my 12-volt wiring up through here, and I've got a channel up here in the corner where these two panels meet, and everything's going to tuck up in this little recess up in here, all my 12-volt wiring, and I'm going to branch out for circuits that go in the middle. And then for the bathroom, I'm going to run a 12-volt circuit. I'm using 1220. Take this out so the audio works better. I'm using 1220 low voltage landscape wiring. This should be plenty for enough for the RV and everything. And the plan is I'm going to run it around the perimeter of the top of the roof up here, so that I have a 12-volt circuit basically for wiring, and then I'm going to run it down here and you know, probably terminate it right here, and I'll have like a reading light or something in this area. But that way I will have a complete perimeter with the ability to tap into 12-volt wiring. That's the plan anyway, so hopefully it works out well that way. I'm just going to have to do a couple of solder connections to tee into the wire and bring it out here in the center. I'm going to do it on 4 foot on center, because that's how wide the panels are going to be and where they break. So where they break, I'm going to run my wiring right down the center where they break. That way I can run a little strip and cover them up. So that is the plan of the day, is to get enough wiring done and get the back panel mounted and permanently mount this panel and maybe trim out the bottom along the bed. If I get that much done today, I will be a happy camper. I'm going to use this today to tie in the AC grounds and the DC grounds. There's an excellent article on Blue Sea's website. It's like they sell boating electronics and equipment. I'll send a link to in the description so you guys can check it out. But it's an excellent guide for wiring boats, which I figure if you can wire a boat that's around a lot of water and everything, it's good enough for an RV like this anyway. Mounting the ground bus bar. I'm going to tie the AC and the DC grounds together with this, and I'm going to mount it probably on the bed rail down here, kind of out of view, where it's easily accessible if I pull up this this fiberglass wood panel right here, and then I can I can wire all my grounds. So I'll carry over the AC ground to this, and then I'll carry over a DC ground to the battery, and then all of my DC connections will be grounded to this bus bar. All my 12 volt DC grounds. AC grounds will be inside the converter box. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright guys, this is what $19 worth of cable looks like from the scrapyard. This is a 10 gauge, I believe that's 10 gauge, and this is 02 gauge, something like that, but this I'm going to tie to in my inverter. You need a really thick gauge to run to the batteries, so this ought to be thick enough. And this is to tie my the converter to the 12 volt power source to the battery. So I will be installing that today. Anyway, this would have probably cost me 2 to 3 times what I just paid for it. So, and it's all brand new stuff too. I don't know how in the world it ended up there at the scrapyard, but thank goodness it was there for me. Enough. This is what it looks like. So, have a wiring circuit for the fan, air conditioners, 110. I've got 12 volt circuit running the entire perimeter for lighting. And it'll probably wrap around here or go up underneath the shelf here for reading lights later. And another 110 circuit right here. And it's time to close this up. I think I can do this now. This is permanently attached. That is configured so I can take it off and access the electrical or whatever I need to do to modify that back there. So I didn't permanently attach it, I just used screws. I'm going to go back and paint the heads of the screws white. And this side is permanently attached. So, making some headway. Hey, this is Mark from the JYDOG channel, the one that's all about the box camper series project right now. This channel is all about getting out there and building stuff and learning from your experiences. Whether you know what you're doing when you start or not, it's all about learning and sharing ideas. So I appreciate you guys commenting on my videos, and please get out there, subscribe, and share with your friends so we can learn from each other. And get out there and build your dream instead of buying it.